Welcome back to EngineCraft Garage. My name is Marcus, and today we have another snowblower. It's kind of a weird one. I've never seen this brand or this setup of snowblower before. I'll bring you in here and show you some of the details. So here's the information on it. It's a DB 700 or 7006. It's got a 212cc motor in it. I believe this is a 4-stroke. It's a PowerSmart. The paddles look decent, but there's not too much else to it. It's not running. It does pull over and everything. It's got pretty good compression. This is a strange setup that I've never seen on a snowblower with the exhaust out the bottom like that. The carb's right there, so we should be able to get to it. But the first thing I want to do is I just want to test spark just to see if we are getting that. Grab a spark tester. Now we'll see if we got spark. Oh yeah. Good spark there. All we have to do is figure out how to get this cover off. This is actually a see-through cover, which is kind of odd, but kind of neat at the same time. I'm gonna try to get these covers off. Bolt there. I think this might be for this panel. Not 100% sure. There's a bolt here and a bolt here. See what that does for us. Not a whole lot. Oil looks brand new, so that's good. Get some of these caps off, and maybe that will help us. We're getting somewhere. There we go. A little bit of something. I might be able to work with this just to be able to get this carburetor off. Here's where we're at. I'm gonna have to prop this up. No. I want this propped up a lot more than that. There we go. All right, with this propped up like that, I can actually get to the carburetor. These bolts here to get that off. First, I'm gonna clamp this fuel line off and see where we're at from there. Fuel line's clamped. Pull this hose off. We'll twist to break it free. I feel like the snowblower's not that old. Whoa. Sorry about that. This doesn't need to be clamped off. With this propped up like that, the fuel can't flow since it's gravity fed. But what we can do is get this primer hose off right there. I don't know if you guys can see it there. This is a plastic fitting, so I don't want to break that. That's off. I'm going to have to pull the throttle. The choke's there. So let's see if we can get these bolts off and see if we can reach the throttle from there. One and two. Slide this off. Don't want to lose the gasket. All right. What are you saying now? All right. So we do need to. There's a spring on here and a throttle rod. So there's the spring. Throttle rod is off. And the carburetor is free. Here we are. Let's go over the bench and dig into this. This is the cleanest my bench has been in months. All right, we got this bowl nut off. Yeah. It's a little grimy. That's definitely going to cause some run issues. Let's get the pin out. The needle looks okay. I don't see any issues with that. Rubber's still pretty pliable. In here looks pretty grimy. See there in the main jet. You guys can't see. Grab a light. So every time I look for a flashlight, I can't find it. See in there? See that main jet? It's pretty bad. Along with all this stuff in here. See if we can get this gasket off, and then we'll put this in the ultrasonic. I'm gonna have to get a pick for this. That screwdriver won't work. See if this one will. There we go. Got that jet free. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that gasket off, so we're just going to leave it. Should be fine in the ultrasonic. Yeah, that's plugged. It's plugged solid. All right, that jet, and then here's the idle right here. We're gonna get that out, and then we're gonna get the pilot jet out. There's the idle. Your pilot jet on a lot of these small carburetors is right here, this plastic bit. All you have to do is pry up gently and pull out. Now there's a rubber gasket on here, O-ring, right here. You want to make sure that that's on there. All right, let's bring this over the carburetor, or not the carburetor. Let's bring this over to the ultrasonic and see if we can get this cleaned up. This is my new ultrasonic, and I am absolutely stoked about this one because it is much bigger. Well, not much. It's exactly. Where's that bowl? It's twice as big. My other one was a 3-liter. This one's a 6-liter. If you're wondering about sizes. So we're going to turn this on full wave. So it's got 3 different settings. It's got degas, full wave, and semi-wave. Semi-wave's for kind of cleaning, but not as crazy. Full wave will blast everything, and degassing is for, say you poured a new liquid or whatever in here, you use degas and it gets all the extra air out of the solution. So we're going to go full wave since this has been sitting in here. That thing's down. So we're going to cover that up. Let it sit for about 20 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right, I got everything out of the ultrasonic. Everything cleaned up pretty good. The only thing is this jet still is kind of clogged. So what I'm going to do is take some just brake parts cleaner. Spray a little bit down there. And then take one of these really thin... I don't know if I have one thin enough here. This, maybe? I don't think that's thin enough. Let me go grab my other tool. This'll do it. It's just a little wire. Just see if I can poke through it. There we go. It's able to poke through it. Move to the next size and see if we can get that through. Yep, there we go. All right, that is clear. Spray some carb cleaner through it. Some compressed air. And we'll take a look. All right. Look at that now. Perfect. Main or the pilot jet. Pilot jet seems clear. So when you're putting the pilot jet in, there's flats on this, and then there's a flat on the carburetor. So these can only go in one way. Just give it a good press in. And we'll take our idle screw. Screw that in until it touches. We can adjust that later. There. The emulsion tube actually came out. Just pop that guy in. Our main jet. Make sure our emulsion tube seated all the way. So if you look in there, you can't really see it. It's in the background, but the emulsion tube should be sticking out just slightly into the carb throat there. And then when wind passes through here, that's what creates that negative pressure, forces the fuel up. All right, what do we got left here? Make sure this needle slides in here good, which it does. So let's get our pin back in. If this was a brass float, I would check it, but since it's a plastic one, they're usually fine the majority of the time. The brass ones you got to worry about because they're like braced together, and sometimes those little, they're not technically welded, but the little welds that hold them together can fail. All right, let's get a piece of tubing and see if this carburetor is functioning properly. All I can find is a small piece, but that should work. All right, with the carb upright, we should be able to blow through it, which we can, and then upside down, there should be no flow, which we can't. So I'd say that's good. Now that it's all cleaned up, it's time to put it back in the machine and see if we can get it started. That down. Should reconnect the spark plug. And then lastly, our fuel line. All right, so before we take this any further, I want to see if this thing runs. That's choke closed. So just to prime this 3 times and pull. She's trying. Choke off. Blowing a little bit of oil. Let's get this cover on better so I can better assess this. All right, let's try it again. Running pretty decent there. Just had to tune the idle screw there just a little bit. But overall, I think it's in pretty good shape. So I'm gonna butt everything up, wipe it down, and tune it a little bit more. All right, so I'm cleaned up. Let's hear it run one more time. Should be warm, so shouldn't have to choke it. Let's give it a pull. Well, that's it for today, everyone. It was probably a pretty short video. It's pretty easy. It's a fairly new snow blower, so there couldn't have been too much wrong with it. The model number is the DB7006 by PowerSmart. I've never seen one before, but maybe we'll see another one in the future. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, wrenching with me, just taking a look into this. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like it, maybe leave a comment. Again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.